Hey guys, James with TFBTV. I'm at the NRA annual meeting in Indianapolis at the SIG booth. And it's funny, you call them booths, but you guys have always the most impressive spread, and it just draws people in.
It's like a gymnasium.
Yeah, it's crazy. You guys have done a great job with this in the past few years, but I'm with Steven, and we've got what I think is one of the most underrated releases of NRA AM. You guys announced this gun just a couple of days before the show started, and it was awesome. When I came in here the first day, there was a line of people to check out the reintroduction of the SIG P210. I'm really excited about it. A lot of you guys out there, you may or may not know about the SIG P210. It's kind of like a traditional SIG quasi-Gucci gun.
It is, yeah.
And I was excited to see it, but I'm going to stop talking about it, and I'm going to let Steven, I'm going to let the expert talk about it. Tell us about the P210 reintroduction.
So to kind of give a little bit of history behind it, the 210, there's a lot of history behind it. This one starts kind of in 1949 with the Swiss made, eventually over to the German made, which was the Legend. Again, known for their accuracy, known for their action, known for their trigger. Very distinguished because of the reverse rails. What we've done is we launched the Target several years ago, and now what we're doing is we're continuing to bring the family to the United States. So it's really the launch from a U.S. standpoint of these legendary guns. And so now this year, and this was my idea to launch this here at the NRA. I thought this was a perfect place for our partner, our continued support to the NRA. And customer feedback was, we want more 210s. So what we're doing is we're bringing the family here to a US-made 210. And this is the 210, we're calling it the Standard, which gets its, again, history from the Legend. And so you kind of go over some of the features on this for you. What we did is we looked at it, and we kind of, the US-made version of it, just kind of going over this, we maintained those reverse rails, precision machine parts. These are hand fitted at the factory, each and every single one of them, which is awesome. If you're on the assembly line and watching, the skill sets of our assemblers, every single one of these hand fit, and I've been on the line watching them, and just incredible to watch them do that, to get that action so it's perfect every time coming out of the factory. Well, we did some improvements though, is we went from the traditional lockup that they had to more of what you'd see like in our classic line lockup. And what that allowed us to do is open up the ejection port and just allow some updates to the gun to continue to, one, maintain that accuracy, but also get it to function better. One thing, the difference between the Target and going to the Standard is now we have dovetail sights. And on this one here, if you're kind of looking over this way, these are contrast sights on it. Kind of a combat style wood grip. Used to be a rounded, on the Legends, kind of a rounded trigger guard. We squared it off. Again, something you'd see on all of our guns, kind of classic to Sig Sauer. But we got some checkering here on the front of the trigger guard, some checkering here on the front of the frame. We maintained that outstanding trigger, and I'm going to try to do this so you can see it on camera here. So there's that little bit of slack right there, and it's not going to take a whole lot of pressure. And the trigger's just going to kind of fall, and I'll try to get a reset in there for you too. So it didn't take a whole lot. A little hard with one hand here, but again, if you just watch how much I press on that little bit right there. So incredible trigger. Again, each one of these in the factory is measured for consistency and to maintain that feel that we want.
And that's the thing. I know there are going to be a lot of people out there freaking out. They're going to say, this is not a Swiss 210, this is a bastardization. You're going to have a lot of traditionalists that are going to be riled up. I mean, you know how the gun industry can be. But it seems like you guys have taken the 210, you've maintained all the best aspects of it, but given it some meaningful updates as well.
We're passionate about this because we wanted to maintain that history, but we also wanted to kind of bring it forward, and how can we take modern machinery too and continue to bring this forward and still make it the best that we possibly can. And something that we did a little bit different on the Standard than what you would see on the Legend, I'm just going to kind of turn this around so you can see this, is these controls are improved. So we improved the beaver tail. So if you were to look at the original Swiss version, your hand gets pretty high up and it's pretty easy to get a little bit of a slide bite from it. So we improved on that beaver tail, but what we had taken from the Super Target is we took the Super Target controls and added it to the Standard. So instead of the kind of hard to reach controls, now these controls are very easy to manipulate, whether it's safety on or safety off, or letting that slide go forward. Nice and easy, and again, that safety comes off and you can see that trigger again. It's so simple. So Again, we're very excited about this. Maintain everything about the Legend that you would expect with some updates, and we thought this is the best place to kind of launch that, and these things are shipping now.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. I'm excited about it too. So you're saying they're shipping, they're going out now.
They're
How
out the
much?
door.
What's MSRP on this and the Target model?
MSRP is about $1,300.
Okay, yeah,
Target model is about close to $1,700.
That's
so
a lot.
$1,699 if you want exact, but it's $1,300 and $1,700.
Yeah, more reasonable than I expected, actually. So yeah, very cool. I'm really excited about this. I'm surprised this hasn't been talked about more, but hopefully we're going to get a little buzz going on TFBTV. Steven, thanks a ton for talking with us, guys. We're going to bring you more from NRA annual meeting.